Category 2 110-mile-per-hour winds, and while it was stationary over the Bahamas yesterday, thankfully the storm is moving, but still very slowly. You can see the images here from visible satellite showing the storm is only moving at about 6 miles per hour. It's starting to make its northwest turn, so it's going to continue to graze the coastline of Florida with those outer bands right now bringing heavy rainfall at times through Port St. Lucie down through West Palm Beach as the storm is slowly spinning offshore. The center of the storm right now is around 100 miles from the coast, so we have the strongest wind speeds in the eye wall. That is remaining well offshore, but it could get closer as we move later into the week and the storm tracks towards the Carolinas. So here's the latest track. It is going to slowly track towards the north and west throughout the day tomorrow and then start to make this northeast track by Thursday. It'll brush right along the South Carolina, North Carolina coastline as a Category 2 hurricane. Possible it makes a landfall somewhere along the South Carolina coastline before racing out here by the end of the weekend. Here's our in-house model showing you the potential for landfall as well as heavy rain throughout the really immediate coastline right on in between Orlando and Jacksonville. Brief periods of heavy rainfall will continue throughout the day tomorrow. It'll start to make that northeast track, but get really close to not only Savannah, but also potentially Charleston. This model is trying to pick up on a landfall near Charleston, and then that would bring heavy rain, heavy winds towards Charleston all the way up through Wilmington as well. We also have a tornado threat with those rain bands moving on shore. So really all the folks along the Carolina coastline, even though the storm is weakening, definitely something we still need to be watching throughout the rest of the week. So right now the storm is actually starting to broaden out just a bit. That means those hurricane force winds are extending farther away from the center. So gusty winds and strong winds will be felt along the Florida coastline throughout the day tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, those strong winds will start to track just really along the shoreline through Charleston and Savannah on Wednesday. Right now, things are very quiet here locally, but we do have another named storm. We have Fernand right now, a tropical storm that will impact Mexico. This one has no impact on us, but it is our next named storm that we are tracking for the Atlantic Basin. Now, taking things a little bit closer to home, our weather is somewhat being impacted by Dorian, and that's because wrapping around the area of circulation, here's Dorian right here, we have dry air that's funneling in behind it. That's why the cloud cover has been really minimal over the last several days, and this is also going to keep our temperatures fairly warm as we move throughout the rest of the week. So right now we're seeing mostly clear skies. Temperatures are warm in Tuscaloosa in the low mid 90s, 95 in Tuscaloosa, 93 in Birmingham, low 90s for most. So a warm afternoon. Near repeat performance tomorrow will be in the low 70s when you wake up. Low to mid 90s again tomorrow. We will get progressively cooler as we move through the end of the week. Less humidity as well. We'll have a front move through, and that'll keep our temperatures cool on Friday in the low 60s, but warming up into the upper 80s by the afternoon. No rain in the forecast. We could see a stray shower towards the end of the 7-day on Tuesday, but that's about it for rainfall.